The Doghouse Cup Series is proud to be sponsored by Shoney's. Shoney's is today's all-American kitchen. Open daily for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Shoney's guests can count on quality, delicious food along with warm, friendly service. Stop by one of the West Virginia locations to try their freshly prepared legendary breakfast bar, and don't forget to take home a whole strawberry pie. Shoney's, delicious food and friendly service since 1947. Doghouse Cup Series is also proud to be sponsored by Rogue Energy. It is designed to be the ultimate energy drink, zero sugar, zero fillers, 5 calories packed with essential vitamins and loaded with brain-enhancing nootropics at optimal levels. Make the switch to a better tasting, better mixing, and more effective energy drink. With flavors like pink lemonade, fruit punch, and grape popsicle, there is something for everyone. Click the link on the description and find out more information. Welcome back, everybody, here to Simtrax Broadcast, and we're here with the Doghouse Racing League on this fine Thursday night. Drivers getting loaded up into their cars and finishing up their qualifying, but this is especially a very tough night for a lot of people out there. Stella, appreciate you joining me here tonight. Unfortunately, a little bad news to begin this one. Go ahead and tell me a little bit about what's going on out there.
Yeah, tonight we're going to observe a moment of silence for the victims in the Maine mass shooting. The mass shooting carried out in 2 different locations, leaving at least 18 dead and 13 injured, with a suspect still at large.
Alrighty, everybody, we're going to take about a 30-second moment of silence, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, appreciate everybody there for the moment of silence, and especially for the loss of life out there. I hate to hear things like that are happening in the real world, but not everybody can be as sane as we are as we get ready to watch these crazy guys go at it here at Five Flags Speedway. What an insane track to have next-gen cars try to wrangle this itty-bitty track and make it the best that they can. It is definitely tough back and forth watching these guys try to navigate through this here, Stella, and we are already seeing some of the top fast times out there. 16.9 seconds as we take a look as well at how many laps we've got lined up for tonight, which we're seeing 200 laps. 3 sets of tires to be down in pit, 70% fuel limit. Seeing how short this track is, fuel stop probably going to be one shot if we have a few extra cautions out there. If this being a short track, which is very possible, we may see guys come in for an extra set of tires, but there may only be one scheduled stop for these guys unless damage has been accrued. So now we are already looking at a 77-degree temperature, which is a huge long shot off of what they really want. So drivers are going to be super loose. It's going to be almost impossible to get these tires to tack up and stay stuck to the track. The only starting park here for tonight with no fast repairs happening is going to be Jonathan Smith. Jonathan Smith came out here tonight, was not getting any hookup, and he was saying he's having some network issues at home, so he's going to bow out of this one. And we're going to get locked and loaded here for the feature, Stella. Now, as we take a look at here at Five Flags Speedway, this is not a normal track we see NASCAR race at.
No, it is not. This track opened in 1953 down in Pensacola, Florida, and they have had one about 2 weeks after their opening. They were finally ready and hosted the only NASCAR race to be held in that facility. So long time have they had anything with that. Little fun fact, they probably should have waited on that May 31st date because they did not get this paved in time. And when they started up, they had a 14-car pileup on the first lap, and they had to call the feature as dead. So pretty bad.
I like the thought, but short track racing, I love seeing short track racing. Some people say there aren't multiple lines. I think there are. There's always a plan of attack. There's always a way to get an extra wedge in. You're going to see a lot of guys trying to dive bomb toward the bottom and try to stick the nose in there and push through, but we are definitely going to see how that plays out here tonight. But let's go ahead and take a look at our starting grid here for tonight. Jonathan Jennings, Hunter Simpson. These guys are, I believe, 1 and 2 in the points as well. Starting 1 and 2 tonight. Andrew St Coeur, last race winner, sitting third with Daniel Wilkerson, who we'll talk a little bit about the points. He's not doing bad so far this season. He'll be starting in the 4th position. Justin McMahon starting 5th next to Gary Armijo, which will be on the outside of row number 3. Mike Leftwich, Mark Dumont is starting in 7th and 8th. I always like saying that way, Dumont. All right, moving on with Bill Gentry starting in the number 4 machine. He'll be 9th, rotating on back where we're seeing Stephen Bonomo. He'll be in the 10th position, rounding it out. All right, moving on to Gary Clune for the Twisted Action Racing Team. He'll be 11th. Christopher Simon, not a whole lot of practice time. He's going to be having a hard time fighting this one through the rest of this race. 200 laps, he's got plenty of time to start learning, but man, you hate to be on the back foot. Tyler Mollett in the 94 will be starting 13th. Mike Samia will be in the 14th position. Back all the way here in row number 8, Richard Leclerc starting in 15th with Tony Martin to his outside. I believe he's rocking a Rusty Wall scheme out there tonight, so looking good for the number 2 Ford. We'll see how he does here tonight. Kevin Thompson, the farthest back there of Twisted Action, starting in 17th next to Nicholas Atwood. Those two guys are going to have some trouble. Eric Warman starting 19th. Michael Giberson 20th, and rounding out the last of the field, Jonathan Smith. Like I said, he is a starting park here tonight, so he's got onto the track. He is squaring it off. Unfortunately, he'll be showing out here at the beginning of the race, so you'll think one guy's already totaled out of this one, but no can do. We're going to go ahead and get this one underway as short track racing begins now. Already Jonathan Jennings out front here looking pretty solid. Hunter Simpson sitting second, but we are going to see a boatload of problems here immediately right off the bat. You're going to find out who set up and who didn't here, as Jonathan Jennings is going to lead lap number 1. Hunter Simpson will be second, rotating it on back. I want to see Christopher Simon, who I see is the only one side by side out here, as well as Gary Armijo. I see him and his number 7 Toyota losing a position right now to Stephen Bonomo, but he is still fighting it. Only 2 laps into this one as we're getting ready to complete it. Bonomo rotates up in front to secure the position. Let's get back to Simon. Simon trying to hold on to it here as Samia holds on to the bottom. Now, Stella, I see Samia's is in the backup car during practice. Samia kind of took a little kiss off the wall and destroyed the race car, so he's back to it again. Hopefully he is able to maintain control of that vehicle out here on this very, very short track.
Yeah, well, you were saying as far as this being a short track and diving in, the regular race groove that they call it is where the half mile is. There's actually 103 feet shorter if you are down on the inner edge. So that will give you an edge.
Well, I definitely would question how well the tires hold up to taking such an aggressive line. But still, we remain in a battle here, kind of in the front area, where I see the number 11 of Gary Clune trying to slide underneath here. Mike Leftwich trying to hold on to it here, and Stella, I would expect to see maybe one or two vehicles without a dent, a ding, a bent hood, a fender, wrinkled up here a little bit, because when you get racing side by side on so little room, so little area to maneuver, that guys are going to be really hammering each other and trading paint out there on the track.
Oh yeah, this isn't your 80-foot wide Talladega. This is 55 in the turns and 48 feet wide in the stretches. So they are going to be tight, and they're going to have to watch their P's and Q's. Oh
yeah, Mike Leftwich looks like he gives up the battle there with Mike Samia. Samia going ahead and letting on through. Kevin Thompson looking to see in the number 21 Ford, seeing if he can get on through. Looks like, oh man, Leftwich back off the wall again. Now, Stella, this track, it may look tough, and it is. Taking a look, there's a bump coming out of turn number 2. There's a high spot going into 1. If you aim at the wrong spot, it's going to try to hump on the way in, and there's an elevation change coming out of 4. So apparently they decided to build on some boulders. This track is anything but level. But rotating back up front, let's see Jonathan Jennings, Hunter Simpson, Andrew St Coeur holding 1, 2, and 3. We reach on back about a second to Justin McMahon and Daniel Wilkerson as well. Wilkerson dropping 1 spot, but he still hangs out in the top 5. And that is going to do it for those guys. Rounding out, let's go through the top 10. For Mark Dumont, Stephen Bonomo has gained 3 positions at 7. Gary Armillo loses 2 down to 8. Bill Gentry remains in 9th position. And Tyler Mollett still working hard here early in this run, sitting now 10th. Now, Stella, I would probably guess our fuel window is going to be somewhere around lap 70 to 130. That's probably going to be right about when these guys are going to need to come down for fuel, and then they should be able to make the remainder of the race, seeing that they do not have to travel far.
Okay, 70 to 130 is a heck of a window there. I mean, we're talking, sliders.
Yes, what I'm saying is there's a possibility if they do come down on 70, they'll make it to the end of the race. If they may come down on 30, they can still make it. I'm figuring probably about that 70 to 130 is that fuel window, depending on how hard they push it. We'll see. I expect to see a couple of cautions that may toss it up and change it a little bit. Already more trouble here in the back. Nicholas Atwood slides underneath Mike Leftwich. Leftwich actually rolling back here during this race as he's definitely trying to stay alive out there. Right now he's lost 9 positions here on the night. He's trying to get back up front for the Shoney's racing team. But I'm waiting to see if any of these guys are going to kind of open her on up and get on to the front, where I'm waiting to see Christopher Simon as well in the number 14 get it on.
Well, he's got his work cut out for him to get up front. He's sitting in 14th right now.
Yeah, right now. We're taking a look at the 27 Toyota Christopher Simon, speaking of which, is in that 14th position. Like you said, only person really back here in the back, really back 9, as we're seeing Nicholas Atwood. He at least moved up 3 positions, sitting 15th. Warman and Giberson have moved up each a position themselves. Biggest mover of the race here would be Kevin Thompson, who has gained 6 here on the night. Right now he's only got past Tyler Mollett in front of him there. As he tries to run him down, he's only got about 0.6 of a second to reach out and touch him. And he'll be breaking into the top 10, which really, you got to think, if he's been all the way back, really almost a dead last, he's got a chance here.
I was thinking maybe he was going to wait for everybody to kind of get the butterflies out and do their bumping and whatnot, and then scoot up. But he's making his moves right away.
The only driver uncontested here so far is Jonathan Jennings as he continues to lead this race. Already back on lap 18. I think we had some trouble back here with Tony Martin. I'm wondering if this was enough. He may have taken it back to the garage. We'll see if he loops it here. Oop. Yeah, that may have done him in there. So right now it looks like Mr. Martin has taken it back to the garage. Already only 20 laps into this race. Definitely plenty of time to recover, but I don't know if he ended up taking a toe link out on that hit.
Yeah, I noticed we have a couple other fellas, Foreman and Giberson, are also down the lap already.
Yes, yeah,
Happy.
that is well as fast as it's going right now. Stella, we're looking at best times. Jonathan Jennings last lap 17:13. We're looking at Warman hitting about an 18:46.
It doesn't take long, then.
No, and it is very, very, very quick before they get caught up. Right now, next person will be Richard Leclerc, who's entering 3, and we just saw Jennings exiting 2, so he's only got about a straight to go. You see him there in the background as we get this going. But Stella, we got a lot of race left to go here. 25 laps, almost complete here, almost halfway done, and we're starting to kind of see some guys settling in now. Not as much sliding as we saw before, but it takes a little bit for these tires to kind of get warmed up, get a good feel out there on the track, since it's not traveled much, especially in any league, any Xfinity league, any next-gen leagues we see, or even the Gen 4s. I know the trucks kind of toy around in this area sometimes, but not very often. This is more, I think they try to keep it to an open-wheeled track, and keeping these caged vehicles and rotating that much weight through the turns. It definitely puts the pressure on the brakes, the tires, and the drivers to try to hit their marks each and every turn, because one little fumble here and you lose almost 3 seconds, and away they go. St Coeur's finding out a little bit about that. Not saying he's driving terribly here, but he's about just broke over 2 seconds off pace here, and he's got to do a lot of work to get caught up. Jonathan Jennings fighting around some lap traffic here, as it looks like Mike Leftwich may go down a lap here.
Yeah, that hitting those lap traffic is always a danger for the guy in first, allowing the second and third to sneak up on.
All right, well, right now we're seeing plenty of driving out here. No problems as of yet. Hunter Simpson slides underneath, and Mike Leftwich goes ahead and lets him by. St Coeur is kind of wishing these guys would hold them up a little bit so you can try to reel them in. Seeing that this has gone caution-free so far for the first 30 laps. This is looking pretty good here so far, I've got to admit. Stella, I know it's a jinx, but I expected to see really the first caution in the first 18.
Yeah, hey, I mean, last week at Kansas, they did 120 laps in an hour and 4 minutes with 5 different leaders and 8 lead changes, 0 cautions. These guys are good.
Yeah, Michael Giberson, I think, is taking it back. Might be into the garage. Giberson's down and out. So right now the Toy Story machine is not making it here. Hopefully Timmy Ray out there is not betting on the Toy Story machine to win this one. I believe he is checked out. That leaves us with 18 drivers left out on the track. John Smith from the 99 Chevrolet. Yes, he may have a starting park and some network issues, but he'd definitely be able to gain some points here if he were out there on the track. And may have a few more guys peel off in this one, but it's going to be tough as we take a little look here from our Michelin chopper view right now at Bill Gentry in the number 4. Trying to put some work, and the 31 ducks on out of the way, but that does not give Mike Samia any more room to pass him, as Samia still chases him, trying to get another position and put Bill Gentry now back 3 positions.
Ouch. Yeah, you were saying also about working on these tires. This thing has a 15-degree banking in the turns and a 9 degrees, even in the straightaways. So is that a tire fryer?
Possibly, seeing that it's not enough. A whole lot of front brake, actually rear brake needs to be used to try to drag this car down, slow it down, and then accelerate as fast as they can. It does have a heck of a lot more banking than Martinsville. Seeing that is, but not enough straightaway for these guys to get up to speed. And speaking of speed, some top speeds we're seeing really around about that 117 to 121 mark. It's about as fast as they're going out here. But yeah, I would wonder if anybody is having to shift out there.
Maybe we could take the cabin view and see.
Well, we'll check on our leader here and see what he is doing out there, and see if there's anything going on inside the cab here.
3rd. Huh. So you could usually call 4th as the money shift, not going up to 5th. What do you call 3rd?
Well, 3rd, he's got extreme acceleration. Remember, 4th gear is always a 1-1 gear. So as much power as the engine puts out, as much transmission as the is going to put out. There's no torque multiplication. So what you're seeing here is third, he'll have more acceleration coming out of these turns, and he's able to pull through. So as you see him hit right here, he's actually doubling down and continuing to pull on through. So excellent choice. Let's see if we can pop in with Daniel Wilkerson and see if it's the same idea.
So. Now, will this also affect their gas usage? Won't that cut their window down a little bit?
It's very well possible. Taking a look at Daniel Wilkerson, notice how he's kind of having to rotate up the track a little bit. I'm wondering if he's pushing a little too hard here. Yeah, because notice how he's not rotating in as smooth. So I'm wondering if his car is too tight. I knew conversations during practices he may have been fighting a loose race car. I'm wondering if he's kind of having anything like that. Let's see if Christopher Simon's doing.
Well, with this being an open setup league and no cautions, it's they're going to have to go with what dance with who brung ya until they just run out of gas or everybody decides it's time to go in.
Blinking at the back, taking a look off the back bumper here, or actually the back windshield of Mike Samia here, as it looks like Simon's getting ready to go up and nudge him. Oh, man. Yeah, boy, we're getting right in the thick of it now.
All right.
Yeah, good racing here so far, I've got to say. We're taking a look at the number 5 there of Hunter Simpson. Simpson trying to roll this on through. You see him trying to fight past Samia. Samia is sitting 13th. Which is oddly enough, Samia and Atwood are already a lap down. Clune may be next. They can't get this one caught up. And Stella, talk to me a little bit about Hunter Simpson, kind of how he's been racing this season.
I think he's been splendid this season. Right now, I believe he's sitting third in points. But his consistency is phenomenal.
Yeah, right now, it is seeming to pay off here so far as we get up into the Goodyear blimp. And take a little moment here to take a peek at our championship running, as everything seems to be calming down a little bit. Hunter Simpson not far behind, only 6 points off Jonathan Jennings here, so very, very close here with the Elite Southern Motorsports team. Now, I don't know if you remember a little bit about last season there, Stella, but actually Twisted Axle were the guys here in 1 and 2 that were way up top. Jennings coming out of the gate really hot this season. Rolling on through. It seems to be doing very well for Jonathan Jennings. He's able, no missed races, no bad wrecks here. And he now leads for another season. He's taken 2 season championships this year, aiming for a third, and I guarantee he'd be pretty happy about that. But he's very calm, cool, and collected. Jonathan Jennings is just like, yep, I made another win, but it's the amount of time he's put in to really practice and get these cars really squared away out there, and guys see that.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, not only that, but Jonathan Jennings, we see him on Thursday because we do the racing here for Shoney's. But they do a Tuesday truck league, and Jonathan Jennings has won 8 of the 11 truck races that this league has done. So it's not just the cars that Jonathan Jennings shows his driving prowess.
Yeah, but that's also considering that the trucks are a fixed league as well. So he is, there's no tuning involved there. He can't make any adjustments. So that's him out there racing what iRacing is given. Only the top 10 here, Stella, are still on the lead lap. Right now we are about to see, I believe, Mark DeMont here in the number 14. You see the 91, Jonathan Jennings sitting right behind him. Oh, bad turn. There's the nudge to the wall. And now only 9 remain on the lead lap.
Yeah, it doesn't take much on these short tracks to go down. Well, we have seen them where it's just like the top 5 are still on the lead lap.
All right. Pit strategy, Stella. I know I'm going to trip you up all sorts of crazy here tonight. Talk to me about pit strategy. Would you pit early? If you had a 130 lap range, pit either between on 70. You can pit on 130. When would you pit?
I pit when my tires feel fine.
I like the idea. Probably around that, probably around the 110, 120 mark is probably when I would come down. I would want the fresher tires later on in the race if I needed to make some moves. But right now, Jonathan Jennings, as far as he's leading this race, is kind of heartbreaking for some of these other guys out there who put some time in as well, just unable to match that kind of speed. Jennings pulling away yet again, 3.5 seconds over Hunter Simpson. I'm wondering if Hunter is starting to feel a little bit of pressure here in those tires as he's trying to fight around just as much lap traffic as he is. Fighting around Clune now. Clune in the 11. As we see his Ford try to hold there on the outside. Hunter Simpson's number 5 Chevrolet slices to the inside. Around he goes, and we continue on through. I do want to take a look, actually, off of, let's say, Justin McMahon here, the number 24, and see if we can sit on top. And I want to see how bumpy this track may be out there. As you see some of these guys, see it hopping around?
Yes. That's horrible. The one you showed one time, I think it was coming out of 4. And if you don't hit it right, you're almost airborne.
Whoop. And man sliding right there. Good Lord. But you see how hard this car is hopping around.
Yeah.
See, with an open setup league, I'm so intrigued by how do you adjust for this? Do you adjust the rebound of the rear shocks to hopefully keep the rear tires down to the track here? Can you make that kind of an adjustment to see if you can tighten up the race car and allow it to bounce or not allow it to bounce so you can prepare for it? I know Rockingham was a pretty bad track to race out there because it was so bumpy as well. Taking a look at it, but but now it's been repaved. I think they got tired of that, but it's I wonder how you were able to combat racing something like this and drivers out there kind of competing not only amongst each other, but how they battle out there with the car. I mean, it's loose coming out of the turns. It's slipping and sliding around. The steering wheel's bumping around in and out of your hands here, trying to hold on to the car. It just makes it very difficult for as rigid as these next-gen cars are.
Yeah, I can see, I can kind of visualize the adjustments of the shocks, letting the car bounce, but the tires stay connected. But it's interesting because I know these guys move weight around in these vehicles also. Is that different than adjustments to shocks?
Yeah, well, you can definitely move the front ballast around on the race car to try to get some of the weight out of the nose. But too much weight out of the nose, what it'll end up doing is it'll loosen up the race car, and now you'll end up with
no steering.
Right, as there's not enough weight to steer, but you put too much, now it'll burn the tires off because now you're trying to swing the front nose of the car, and it wants to continue drifting through through and up the turn. So it's definitely a calculation of kind of weaseling where to get a little extra time out there and what you are willing to sacrifice. If you're willing to sacrifice a little rear traction to get more steering, and that may be a possibility for some of these guys out there, is that's what they're considering and shuffling around as an idea of how they're kind of really combating this track. I mean, it may be a short one. It's the same thing as Bristol. You kind of have a on the gas, off the gas, but when do you start picking up the pace? When do you lay off? When do you play safe? When do you be aggressive? So right now, going through lap 70 here, Stella, we got 140 laps left to go, and these guys have only been really racing for about 20 minutes on the track.
Yep, 130 laps would be better. But we've got, like you say, it's not like Martinsville. It's kind of flat, like Martinsville, but this one has no straightaway for you to kind of to gain and to gauge. It's a little bold.
Wow. Yeah. What did I say? How many laps did I say there were left?
40.
Good Lord. Well, shows that I only graduated about the second grade. All right, moving on through. Yeah, Jonathan Smith is kind of saying, imagine an ice patch on the low side of 4 exit. and you hit a 3-4 speed bumps at the start-finish line, and then you start going off-roading into one. And that may be exactly what we're seeing out here. So, yeah, it's just trying to figure out how to dial in the suspension and then change. Because you don't want to change your driving style as much. Every driver has a different way of navigating around the track. But at the same time, you know, you may have to conserve a little more. Andrew St Coeur.
Something went off there.
Yeah, Andrew St Coeur came down pit on lap 71.
Oh, that was him coming out?
Yes, that is him working his way out of pit road. So he is down 2 laps here, and he's going to get back out there. Probably force fresh tires and a full tank of fuel out there. He's got to wait for the tires to settle back in and go back at it again. Now remember, he was kind of ticking off and rolling backwards there. You know, as Jennings and Simpson are still pulling away, but he may try to switch it up here and see if he can get a leg up on the competition here. Whoa, man! As you can see him get a little squirrely there next to Richard Leclerc in the 17th. Now he moves on through. But you see how his race car's starting to tighten up. You see how good it's looking now, and now you see him able to maneuver. So he'll probably swing to the outside here. Realize he can get enough speed and try to sling around. I believe that is Gary Clune there on the bottom. So St. Coeur, you see how the fresh tires and what is changing here so far. Right now, he's the only person running 1770 right now. Jennings is now running an 18.1, and everybody else is about nudging the 18s here. So St. Coeur is picking up a little bit of pace here. But Jennings is getting caught up with some lap traffic in front of him. Tyler Mollett and Kevin Thompson. He's just about lapped the whole field here as he gets ready to take some of these guys in the top 5 and put them behind him.
Yeah, we are down to 6 on the lead lap currently, and yeah, Thompson and Mollett are definitely in jeopardy if they're running the 18s and these guys are 17.5 behind them.
Yeah, they're trying to make it work here. Not much they can do. Seeing how they're doing, but Mollett staying out front though. He's holding on. Got to give it to him here, but that does remind me we might want to talk a little bit about Rogue Energy here. Right now we are taking a look, yes, at Tyler Mollett and the Rogue Energy machine, and that is a drink. You know all about it, guys. That it's designed to be the ultimate energy drink. I know you see a lot of them out there, and it changes up from time to time, but this one's got 0 sugar, 0 fillers, 5 calories, and is packed with essential vitamins and loaded. I mean, absolutely loaded out there with brain-enhancing nootropics at optimal levels. You can make the switch to a better mixing and more effective energy drink. You know, you hate kind of having that powdery stuff and or having a pre-mix. So you get that all with Rogue Energy. And if you're unsure, they got flavors like pink lemonade, fruit punch, and grape popsicle. And that's just to name a few out there, guys. And there's something out there for everyone. Don't forget to use Doghouse as your code word, and they'll go ahead and knock off 10% off your order there. And that may be something. Trust me, if it's saving money, Stella. Saving's always better. Right now, we are seeing somebody not saving his tires. Jennings sliding underneath of Kevin Thompson there. You saw him almost rub side by side, and we are seeing now only the top 4 are still on the lead lap. Wilkerson is going to be in danger here as he's right now 16 seconds off pace, and Jennings trying to reel him in.
We have Morgan, Dumont, and Leclerc in pits currently.
Yes, we do. They are trying to come down and kind of stop the bleeding here, get some fresh tires and get back out there. They're already taking a look. They are still rolling through these turns, seeing if they can. It looks like Jennings trying to see if he can jam them up right behind Mike Leftwich in the number 60. Tyler Mollett slides on through, and Mollett has moved up to 5th. Thompson down to drops him back down to 6th again. And right now, Thompson trying to see if he can take a peek and get in the top 5 here tonight. But he's got a lot of work. Right now, that car is just not handling the way I think he wants it to, although he has gained 11 positions on the night. There's Andrew St. Coeur. He slides shooting on by. He may be able to get one of his laps back even before Jennings has to come down to pit. So right now, that would be huge for Andrew St. Coeur to come back and be able to do that. So Jennings may actually have to play defense here on somebody on 4 fresh tires, but not as fresh. But take a look, and there he goes. St. Coeur on around he goes. He takes a hard bite tries to yank it out of 4 and pulls on through, and now he's going to try to see if he can play keep away from Jonathan Jennings and putting him another lap down. McMahon down pit road. Caution. Oh, that's going to change it.
Did somebody hit barrels or something going into pits?
It's possible. Mark Dumont seems to be the one. Holy cow. So drivers that had come down pit will get some of their laps back. Andrew St. Coeur pretty happy about making sure he came in when he did. He'll be able to stay out and get one of his laps back as a wave around. Lucky dog should be Tyler Millette. Whoa.
Interesting.
All right, let's see what caused this yellow flag here.
Maybe some coming out of pit doing a spin.
Maybe a fresh set of tires here. You see him scrubbing way down there on the bottom, the 14. And, oh yeah, caution, 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 caution. Oh my God. Yeah, he may have put it in reverse here or has it clutched in to try to keep going in that direction.
Oh,
ouch.
clink. Maybe not.
Yeah, and this is where we caught up to him.
But no one else.
Nope. Single car spin.
Splendid.
Yeah, normally iRacing calls the cautions, and that's definitely one that's going to be called. All right, now we'll see how it heats up in pit road. Tyler Millette.
Like fire.
And not coming down yet.
Bonomo, Simon, Thompson, Wilkerson.
Yeah, everybody coming down now.
Gentry, Samia.
This should put a good amount of drivers back onto the lead lap. I'm interested to see if St. Coeur can hold them off.
Now, I have a strange question for you. I know Lucky Dog gets to come around and be on the lead lap. You're saying a bunch of these guys are going to be Lucky Dogs?
Only ones that were laps down that did not decide to pit. They should be wave arounds. Jonathan Jennings will line up behind them. They'll push past the pace car on the final lap when the pace car lights go out. And then they'll rush around.
Oh.
So right now, everybody in front of Jonathan Jennings, who sits right behind Andrew St. Coeur, will get the wave around and move their way back to the back of the field. Now, yes, they will be retaining the position, but they should be able to get back around.
Huh. Okay, just kind of curious.
As long as the rules are right. As long as I'm not talking out my butt here. We'll see. We'll see. Guys who decided to come down pit and we're trying to fight back. Right now, this is a well-timed caution here for Andrew St. Coeur as he works his way around the pace car. I think we're going to see, I think St. Coeur may be the last one.
Now, he is going to be running on 20 lap old tires.
Yes, he will. So they may be wondering if another caution may come out. Seeing that a lot of these guys are going to be on some fresh tires. If another caution comes out, we may see St. Coeur come down once again, slam some tires on this thing, and go at it.
Well, we're almost to the halfway point. If he was coming down in the 70s, it would almost make you think,
oh, look how spread apart the field is here. I guarantee you somebody's not going to be happy, especially here in the back. Tyler Millette going to be one of them. Holy cow, these guys are way off pace here. Yeah, unable to scrunch up there before the green flag. They are way, way off pace. They are now almost half a track behind. Seeing that they didn't crunch up before the pace car left the field.
Did they think there would be another lap? They didn't see the little blinkies on the car?
Well, they got the wave around there, but I don't think the rest of the field crunched up. They get a black flag if they pass the person in front of them, and there may have been a miscommunication about the last 6 cars of the pack. They got the wave around. They didn't know where to line up, and it was already under green. Sometimes you see a short track like this, they push it an extra lap to get everybody lined up, so maybe this kind of thing doesn't happen, but I think we got somebody spinning here in the back.
We do. Oh,
Yeah, I
and
think that it's not
might
Samia.
have
I
been a
think it's
hood.
Gary Armijo. Yep.
Oh. Yeah, I saw pieces and parts in the air.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this time they'll get all nice and squishy.
All right. This is what we were hoping for. See, oh boy, that's the same thing we just saw.
Yes.
Oh, he came off the inside wall.
Yep, it was a hood. Ouch. Oh. I think that's what's called insult to injury.
Let's see what happens here. Oh man.
Nothing. No steering.
Yeah, but you see, I think you see what happens. You see as he follows behind. Watch. It looks like he hits the brakes too hard because I think he thought he was going to run in the back of left switch there. And when he ran, and when he stomped on the brakes, it locked him up. And that's all he had. It just straightened him out. So Armijo, heavy damage to the rear and the front of his race car. Wow. Guess who came down pit? So St Coeur working his way down, Nicholas Atwood.
Okay, so I guess he thinks he can make it till the end. Because, I mean,
I'm interested to see St Coeur still remaining in pit road. 21 seconds.
Ouch. Did he have some damage?
Yeah, might be fighting some right front damage. He may have clipped the wall a couple of times trying to straighten it up.
Oh.
Wow. He hurries up and gets back out of pit road here. Kevin Thompson, he's down pit road. St. Coeur works his way around. Nicholas Atwood sitting 6th. So he's up 12 now. Christopher Simon, he came down. Back on lap 91. Nobody else. Doesn't look like we have any more takers out there.
Now, why are they not squishing up? Like you said, you start doing that at this point?
Yeah, when the pace car lights are off, they should start matching each other together. They still have one time to go by here.
Okay.
Right now, the 17 machine dealing with a lot of heavy damage here.
Oh, yeah. I would just think it getting caught with my pants down the first time, not going to do it again.
Yeah. The biggest thing, the biggest interest to me here is how hard and how difficult it may be. If they don't have an extra set of tires, if we got 160 laps in the books, and then we come up and start, start racing again, it may be kind of interesting to see. Atwood trying to scrunch up here. You see Andrew St. Coeur getting close. Right now, yeah, that's much better. A lot better than last time. Yeah, but like I said, a black flag if somebody is passed before the start-finish line here. So right now, this is looking a lot better. 4 tires are off the racing surface. We are back under green. Good view from our broadcast booth here up top. Get a good angle of all of the drivers out there, trying their best to let her rip.
They are definitely ripping.
Yeah, Jennings is still in the lead here. We sit with Jennings, Hunter Simpson, and Justin McMahon sitting 1, 2, and 3. Right now, I think we got a decent battle here for second place, and McMahon puts the moves on. The top 6 are riddled with Chevrolets here so far, and St. Coeur and Kevin Thompson's Fords are trying to stick their finger in it if they can get caught back up. Right now, only off by about a second. Thompson off by now 4. Yeah, definitely something happening here in the back of the field. Just trying to figure out what's going on. I think Dumont is out of it again here. 14 machine.
Yep.
Cautions breed cautions. It's happening. So if drivers need to fix damage or get it squared away or thinking about throwing an extra set of tires on, might be a toss-up. Gary Armijo did come in on lap 85. But this is definitely not the way I saw a bunch of lucky dogs happening here. Let's see what happens here.
Simon and Bonomo have first one.
Boy, he's in a bad position there. He's going just about 3 wide there. I don't know if that was Bill Gentry in the number 4.
Somebody help him out a little bit.
Oh, yeah. He ended up getting caught. Let's take a look over top. See him there with Mike Leftwich, the 4. Oof. Yeah, that's going to be a iRacing incident there because really nowhere for the 14 to go. 4 was making some gains. And it looked like both of them wanted to get the same position, so boy, that's a bummer there.
Put a little rain on somebody's parade.
Yeah, only person still down pit road is the number 17, your boy Leclerc. He's sitting down there. Nobody else, no takers on pit road. I don't think anybody would need to come down for fuel. They may have enough to make it.
Did anybody decide not to take 4 tires this last time?
Not from what I'm seeing.
Okay.
Not from what I'm seeing. The only weird time I see out there is Daniel Wilkerson with a 13.98. That is an extremely fast pit stop.
Yeah, for 4 tires.
Yeah. Yeah. Normally 14's about your round number, but unless he was on the go there, you know what I mean? He had that thing timed perfectly. He was able to launch out there and get going.
Could he possibly have taken a little less fuel counting on cautions? Or needed to take less fuel?
Maybe. I've seen some guys rev it up, about 3-4 grand and then sidestep the clutch as soon as they feel the left side go down and they're able to launch out of there.
Oh,
But
wow.
if so, that is an amazing pit stop time for Daniel Wilkerson to get on through. A lot of hard work for these guys out there. Pace car lights are off, so they've got to double stack quick. As you can tell, this short track is not not very good, for any mistakes. But we'll be back under green here in just a moment. Alrighty, Stella, we're getting ready to get this one back underway. Green flag, let's go. Jonathan Jennings still leading this one. Right now, McMahon trying to see if he can give it another shot. Heat cycling in the tires. This might be his chance. 24 wants to lead a lap here, so make sure he can get some points into the books here. At least some bonus ones at that. 24 sliding, Justin McMahon. Yeah, right now he's trying to find a good angle here. Let's see if we can get out a little farther. Wow, McMahon is all over the place. He's trying to hold on to it. Waiting for
I
those
wonder
tires.
if that's why Simpson is holding back a little bit, just in case he gets caught up in it if he loses it.
Yeah, but a real nasty turn there by Simpson. Looked like he dove in a little too early. He had to straighten it out mid-turn. Simpson blinking. Good. Right. Oh, man, look at Mollett try to sneak down. Let's see if he can pinch Atwood. Atwood has gained 13 positions here on the night. Fantastic moves, but I gotta say, Jonathan Jennings picking up the pace here, hitting his fastest time of the night of a 16:70.
My heavens.
He's really rolling the turns now. Let's rotate on back. Oh no, Atwood!
Spins. We have spins. Yep, that will be caution number 4 tonight.
Now, Stella, we've seen many leagues, and I know you have, either from the broadcast booth or from spectator position. Did you see the wreck avoidance? Not a soul hit him after he spun out.
I think that is just so top-notch. I mean, it's realistic. It's more than just, oh, it's okay, I can hit him and I'll get a fast repair, or oh, I'll hit him and I won't, look at that, deal any damage. This is just wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, and that's what you expect. That's what you expect to see out of a league. There's a spin out here. Kevin Thompson's got nowhere to go. I mean, the guy slows down 10 miles an hour and turns sideways. Right here. Look, I mean, just perfect.
Well, it also helps that he did not try to fix himself right away. You know you're down, you're sideways. Just hold still.
Yeah.
Let everybody go, and then do your big U-turn and whatnot and get going again.
Yeah, try to lock it down. 80 laps left to go in this one here, Stella. Pace car lights are still on. Nobody taken to pit road again to see if they can change it up. Oh, I lied. The number 3 taking a peek. He's working his way on down. And so is Nicholas Atwood. Atwood may be coming down to make an adjustment. saying that this thing is just way
That
too
didn't
loose.
work.
Yeah, way too loose, and try to fix some of that rear damage he may have taken on there by Kevin Thompson, nicking the back end of him here. Wow. Check this out. Atwood
Yeah.
going for tires.
That? Do you think he did not? Prior? I mean, you said everybody took tires. Why would he take? I mean, this might be his third set.
Well, that should be the last set he's taken. Yep.
That's his third set.
Yeah.
Yee. Okay.
Well, might want to toss it up. I like the strategy call here. Atwood will be starting back here in the 10th position. He's got to slice through the field to get back up there. Clune needs 2 more cautions, and he'll be back on the lead lap. So now the top 10 are the only ones
Hey, we're gaining.
on the lead lap. Yeah. Unfortunately, the cautions are starting to grow.
Yes. I do hope they are on the radio together, and that way, you don't have one person trying to warm up their tires and the other person running into them,
Yeah.
doing
Right
a
now.
crazy Ivan.
Atwood's got to hurry up and get to the front. Oh, yeah, like you said, I hope there's some radio chatter right now. It's him trying to say he needs to get through. Right now, he needs to get caught up to the 78 and the 27. He's got to get up one more row.
Okay. Maybe?
There he
Yes.
is.
Ah,
Tucked him
good
on the
job.
78, just in time. So excellent job there. Good communication. Let's get this back underway. Jennings having to take off from McMahon. McMahon trying to take a peek underneath. Man, he wants to hold a fender on him so bad, but he just can't get away. He got a great restart there trying to hold on to him, but he's going to slip away once again. Let's rotate on back where Christopher Simon is. Simon trying to take another shot at it here. 27, we got Atwood all behind him. Now remember, Atwood's on fresh tires. Last time Christopher Simon came down pit was back on lap 91. So right now, that is 91 for him. Lap 120 for Nicholas Atwood. So definitely 30 laps may make a change here. And Atwood around again.
Yes. Yes, yes.
No
Oh,
caution.
oh.
Yes, caution. There we go. Yeah, definitely. Atwood trying to hold on to it here. Track conditions not really changing much. 77 is where we started. We're at now 78 out there on the track.
Yeah, I don't think new tires is the answer. Oh.
Well, it seems he's not able to slow down. I'm wondering if he's fighting some brake fade out there. Because it doesn't look like his car is slowing down enough, which means he's putting more pressure on the tires to get them to turn. So we'll see.
Now he works his way back up again tonight.
We'll see. I know sometimes during cautions, I don't know if he's going to have to call out issue with a caution and take an EOL. I don't know here at this junction, seeing where he is, how he's fighting it along through here. Still at this track.
Sorry.
Is
Yes.
very interesting. It's quite a unique track here, and I would question if this may be why we don't see the next gen cars coming here, but they race in the LA Coliseum, and to me, I don't know if I agree with that race either. But there's got to be something interesting about this track you can tell me about.
Well, I got a weird one for you. How about the one and only time they did have a NASCAR race? A fella by the name of Lee Petty. You might recognize that a little before our time, but still. He was favored to win. And he was coming up. He was about to take second, etc. He ended up only in third. Why? Because it started raining. Don't think any big deal, right? No? He had no windshield wipers. He hadn't installed windshield wipers on his car. Can you imagine at this point losing a race because you... But still, getting third with no windshield wipers. So, I just thought that's something you don't hear every day.
Back when stock cars were stock cars, huh?
Oh yes. Oh yes. Yeah, we're talking like, 1953.
Buy them off the showroom, pull most of the seats out, weld the cage in and go.
Heck yeah.
Well, now I know they have some of the Xfinity drivers, and now the next gens are out there racing in the rain. They just put a wiper on them, a brake light, and let them rip. Oh, speaking of which,
Really?
yeah.
Oh!
I don't know if you saw Gary Armijo just rear-ended somebody.
Right there. Accordions. Yeah.
Holy cow. Yeah, I think that may have been Mike Leftwich you clipped there. That wasn't good. All right, we'll take a look here from the outside. Back in the broadcast booth, taking a look down. Yeah, I know, everybody trying to make these moves here. Yeah, McMahon got pinched down there into the wall, had to check up. Right now, Jennings using this track to his advantage.
Yeah, but I think it's time for Hunter Simpson to make a move, because if you go green, he needs to get up there.
Yeah, but he'd have to be holding Jennings off. Oh! No!
Yes!
Justin McMahon is around. No caution. How is there no caution? I think that's what he's looking for here. There it is. Because right now he's got the leaders crawling up him, and he's still trying to get going here.
I think he had the same thought I did. I've heard of the curse of the commentator. I think that was just the opposite.
Well, we're going to try to stick here with Justin McMahon. And this is right when green flag. You see him loose here. Already, we see him try to take a shot at him next lap. To see if he can get around. Yeah.
Yeah, this is where I saw it, and I said, oh, he's going to give it a shot. And then he didn't make it. And then I said, well, then it's Hunter Simpson's time to go.
That's the checkup. So we got one more lap at that turn between 1 and 2 here. Then there's some problems. Boy, yeah, look at McMahon having to drag that front end down back to the bottom of the track.
Yeah, I would just want to get away.
Yeah, there it is. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but you see that lovely little bump and run that we got there? Excellent.
Wow.
Tyler Millette gave him the go-ahead.
That's where the slide is here. Watch Millette. Boom. Wow. Took a good long while for that caution to come out. Looks like McMahon rejoins down pit road to get something fixed here. Wow, yeah, he was super loose coming out of this one.
Yeah, it was like every bump, and he was fighting the... If we still have some time, I wouldn't mind seeing if his steering wheel shows all the corrections he had to do on that last lap, because he was up and down and back and forth and all over the place. And that was before he got bumped.
Let's see if we can take a quick peek.
Oh yeah. Yeehaw.
Wow. Alright, just want to make sure, because I believe pace car lights are going to go off. Hunter Simpson will now be on the inside. At least I think so.
if he stays lit.
There you go. How are these guys going to get going here? Stella, we got 60 laps to go. 6th caution out for tonight. Get this one going again.
They are on their way.
And now not too bad here. Already some moving around here in the back. Mollett trying to kick back.
Yes.
Thompson now getting a podium position is where he wants to stay, though. He's up 3. He has some front nose damage, though.
Oh, from that little accordion music we had?
Got it bent up there. You see the bottom of that grill.
In that case, Tyler Mollett probably has some in the front and some in the back.
Definitely. Look, Kevin Thompson trying to see if he can slice underneath here. We're going to kind of stick around here for the battle for third right now. There he is, down on the bottom. He sends it. There's that dive bomb I was talking about. Kevin Thompson trying to send it all the way through. And now Tyler Mollett gets a door full of the 21.
Andrew St Coeur just back there, waiting for his opportunity.
Yeah, right now they are the ones out there almost on the freshest tires. Thompson and St Coeur did all come down on lap 100. Tyler Mollett did come down on 93, so not too much of a difference. There's some trouble happening here in the back. Stephen Wilkerson, I think, is in a bad area. He doesn't want to be here. Look off the side as Christopher Simon tries to put the moves on him. Ooh, Simon almost getting it. Atwood starting to get loose again. Not a bad shot here, seeing them trying to slice on through.
Yeah. I thought it was wild watching from up there. Watching from down here is a nail biter.
Oh, yeah. Definitely seeing how they're trying to hold it together here. Get back just a little more. There we go. Well, not a bad job here.
And currently you're not missing anything up front. Jonathan Jennings is continuing to pull away by almost a second now over Hunter Simpson.
Yep. Right now only the top 10 remain on the lead lap here as they slice on through. What a good... This is a pretty decent race. You know, we've had a couple of cautions here. Only 50 laps left to go.
I think the difference. Oops, sorry.
Go ahead.
I think the difference is when there's a caution, it's there are 4 laps or whatever of caution. A caution on a half a mile versus a caution on a 2.5 miles takes a lot less time.
Yeah, well, this one's like ready, go. You know.
Yes.
Yep, little mess up, but it's also a problem with the damage that you accrue. You don't really have time to fix it. So guys are getting mashed up, and then they're having trouble coming back and kicking it off. Alrighty, so far down to the garage. Mark Dumont, Eric Warman, Michael Giberson, and Tony Martin have taken it back. Heartbreaker there, continuing on through. We are taking a look, I believe, at the number 17 of Richard Leclerc. Trying to see if he can keep going on through here. Right now he is down a few laps, that's for sure. Right now I believe about 15 off the rest of the drivers here. Simpson trying to catch up here. Got about a second and a quarter here. Yeah, to get caught up. Right now Kevin Thompson sitting 4th. Right now biggest mover of the race, gaining 13. Stephen Bonomo. We haven't talked about him a lot. Bonomo up to 6th, as we see already. Drivers slicing around here. That being Justin McMahon, who's a lap down. He'd love to come back. Looks like he's almost got that vehicle fixed. And driving the right way.
He's clipping. I mean, he's up to 11, even though he is a lap down. And he's placed in the lucky dog position. So just hold it firm. Good spot.
Yeah, McMahon may have taken 4 tires. Now that would be a definite spread, as if McMahon took tires there on 136 and the leaders have taken it there on 91. That's a decent spread, and that's exactly what he's going to need to get caught back up. But he's going to need another caution to get back onto the lead lap and get right on Gary Clune and try to battle along with him and fight his way back to the front. We are taking a look at Stephen Bonomo here. I believe that is Wilkerson trying to slice underneath of him. Wilkerson getting 6th, but not so fast. Wilkerson a little too early into the turn there, and he's able to recover, bring it back. Wow. That was close. Right now, we saw the 78 almost rotate up and almost take Bonomo out.
Yeah, well, down to the last 40 here, they're going to start, I think, pushing a little harder. I mean, it's been looking like they've been pushing pretty hard as it is. But this is when, you know, they try to separate the men from the boys.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're definitely chomping away. I am too, taking a look at how these guys are flying around this track. So far, so good. Best time held on the track is held by Jonathan Jennings of a 16:69. And now that's about 2/10 faster than anybody else on the track. Hunter Simpson's the only one to get closer than that is a 16:78. Everybody else has been 16:81 or higher. Quite a lot of speed here out of Mr. Jennings. Rotate on through. Tyler Mollett still holds on to 3rd. Take a look who's crawling up his rear bumper. Looks like McMahon's returning back. A lot of drivers. You know, there are a few drivers we haven't seen a lot lately. We've seen in some past seasons. Jeremiah Stutzman. I have not seen Stutzman yet. And I have not seen Kevin Powell at all this season. Hopefully we will see Kevin Powell return. I expected to actually see him here tonight and keep going on, but we'll see if this keeps on going. Stella, can you confirm that we are still rocking and rolling out there on YouTube?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. We got a few things going on out there. We are keeping it live here for you at SimTrack Broadcasting. Here on this fine Thursday night, we are seeing this this race boil down here pretty good here at the Five Flags Speedway. We're going to take a little moment here to cut away to commercial. We'll be right back. The Doghouse Cup Series is proud to be sponsored by Shoney's. Shoney's is today's all-American kitchen, open daily for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Shoney's guests can count on quality, delicious food along with warm, friendly service. Stop by one of the West Virginia locations to try their freshly prepared, legendary breakfast bar, and don't forget to take home a whole strawberry pie. Shoney's, delicious food and friendly service since 1947. And Rogue Energy. It's designed to be the ultimate energy drink. 0 sugars, 0 fillers, 5 calories, packed with essential vitamins, and loaded with brain-enhancing nootropics at optimal levels. Make the switch to a better tasting, better mixing, and more effective energy drink. With flavors like pink lemonade, fruit punch, and grape popsicle, just to name a few, there's something for everyone. Click a link on the description at the bottom to find out. Use the word Doghouse to get money off. "30 laps left to go here at Five Flags Speedway as the Doghouse Racing League continues on through. Appreciate you guys hanging out for a quick shout-out from our sponsors out there, Shoney's. And right now I'm seeing Rogue Energy. I know Doghouse is looking definitely for more sponsors out there. Guys, if you are considering sponsoring them, you can find out at doghouseracingle.com. It's definitely a great place to check out some of the cup standings, where past racers have won and ways to sign up, as well as their Facebook page. Now, don't forget, we are seeing a lot of drivers out here in the Cup Series showing their best here tonight. Right now, Mollett and Kevin Thompson gaining at least between 10 and 13 positions on the night. Nicholas Atwood, after even a couple of spinouts that we saw back there, at least on 118, won the mark as he was almost totaled out, but everyone got around him. On 118, has gained 11 positions, sitting 7th on the night. So not too bad there by the 19 Chevrolet. Continuing on through, that Exalta machine has really been on a solid roll here. And Stella, we come down with almost 25 laps left to go. Really, this race has had yellow fever for a while, but it seems to have stopped.
Yeah, it's looking good. There's still a lot of cars trying to get one more position. to get, those extra points. But so the racing is good and the racing is clean.
Oh, yeah, right now. You're taking a look. I'm not seeing anybody going to be able to challenge Jonathan Jennings unless we get back under a caution. St. Coeur might be under some trouble here as Daniel Wilkerson's all over him. Wilkerson has been picking up the pace here the past few laps, trying to catch him. And right now, it may finally be paying off. 0.2 of a second faster, and now Wilkerson's on it.
Yeah, but we've also seen St. Coeur, what do you call it, sandbag? And then all of a sudden, take off with the fastest times toward the end of the race.
Yeah, they're trying to make it happen here. We're taking a look. Daniel Wilkerson still taking a peek and looking around, seeing if he can find another angle. A no can do as of yet, 23 to go. Right now, I think Atwood may be under fire there by Bonomo as well. Let's get back as we see Christopher Simon lead lap for him, sitting right now 9th position, seeing if he can set Bonomo back another spot. Right now, Bonomo looking pretty rough here the past few laps. He's been slinging up the track, almost contacting the wall, but he's able to hold on to it. Mid-track is actually where he has been setting his car up to race from. Notice how he doesn't get down close to the paint like the rest of the guys, and he may be trying to do a little tire conservation here toward the end of the race.
Yeah, he may need to do that tire conservation too. Might not be a choice the way we've seen some of these guys, get so squirrely.
Yeah, I would be very surprised if a caution were to come out now, guys not come down to get tires. Maybe, just go ahead and get it done. McMahon would like that because he'd be able to get back onto the lead lap. But he's still churning out there. Looks like everything calmed down. I thought Simon was going to kind of fire underneath of him here, but it looks like he's laying off, unable to make the pass. 27 machine having to tuck in behind between 1 and 2 here, and he's going to see if he can fire around for 3 and 4. But not enough room out here on the track for the Shoney's machine to get around.
Well, I have a trivia question for you before we're done. Any idea why they call this Five Flags Speedway?
Absolutely not.
Excellent. Do you know that's also the nickname of Pensacola, the city of Five Flags? What? Why? On that one either?
Nope.
How about 5 governments have overseen the city of Pensacola? Spain, France, Great Britain, the Confederate States of America, and the United States of America. So, now you've learned. Five Flags.
Well, check out Gary Clune here, Stella, as we're seeing the number 11 slice underneath Christopher Simon. Excellent view we're looking at here. Right now, Clune getting on through. Looks like that FanDuel number 11 Ford has moved up to another top 10, but he's got to hold it off for another few laps. But look who's right behind him. That is our leader, Jonathan Jennings, who's sitting right behind him here.
Oh, no.
Yeah, holy cow.
Sure is.
So Simon goes down a lap as the 91 cuts underneath. And now Clune may be in some trouble, but right now this is great for Hunter Simpson, seeing that right now Jennings is being checked up.
Yes.
He's got a lot of traffic to fight through here, and I don't know if Hunter Simpson's dealing with the same because no time is being gained by the number 5 Chevrolet out there.
Well, he has managed to go from 4 seconds down to now about 360. So a little bit. Every little bit helps.
Yeah, the way that he was looking out there, you figured he would have been able to saw off almost 4/10 a lap.
That would have been nice.
Yeah, try to get
For
caught
him.
back up. Right now, I think Jennings is still caught up here. Jennings now on the outside. Right now, Bonomo's the next one. Bonomo now taking it low. Atwood's going to decide to stay high here. Man, 11 laps left to go. Simpson running out of time to run down Jennings. Jennings might have this one. Boy, this is tough. All right, let's get up to right now St. Coeur. St. Coeur breaks away as Daniel Wilkerson had him by almost only 1/10 of a second. He was reeling him in and now uses a little bit of lap traffic to his advantage and pulls away. Let's get to Hunter Simpson here. It's 3 seconds now as Jennings is caught again. Jennings trying to see if he can get through, and he's got his breakaway. That's going to be it. Yep. Jennings is now going to be able to scurry away from this one, I guarantee it. Simpson would have paid any of these guys double the price tonight if they could have stopped him.
I was just gonna say that. Simpson needed to up that bounty. Hold him up for me. Hold him up. he's 3 seconds behind, which on this track it seems like forever.
Boy, man, this is rough. Right now, Jennings continuing on through. Hunter Simpson, he's got the next chunk of cars to look forward to. He'll be catching up here in just a moment if Hunter Simpson can just stay on the track.
He might. What if he just turns invisible and zips through them, right?
Yeah, I'll just cut the track in half. Might be an idea. Nomo's now down to laps of the top 6.
Wow.
On the lead lap. Wilkerson trying to see if he can hold him off here. Back here on Gary Armijo, Mike Samia. These two going at it. This will be for the 12th position. No can do as of yet. I don't know if Samia's really going to press his luck here and just kind of finish on the 13th, or if he's going to dive it in looking for 12th.
Yeah, both of them are currently 3 laps down, so I don't know if that's too much worth it. 13th is better than the DNF.
Keep an eye on the tower over there as St Coeur and Wilkerson are starting to get close together again. I don't know if Wilkerson's going to try to give it one last Hail Mary here and go for it. Everybody trying to figure out where they're going to land. Not finding any luck out there. Let's see how Atwood's doing. Atwood trying to stay out in front.
Still going north and south. This is good.
Yeah. Kind of watching here as McMahon has fought himself into 8th with 2 to go. He's got to pass Bonomo for 7th.
Wow.
Yeah, Jennings still out front for 4.25 seconds there for Simpson. White flag this time by.
He liked that second place flavor.
Yeah. Now right now, even a lap down, he's battled himself back into the top 10. And Jonathan Jennings is only 2 turns away from another win for this season. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, what an absolute rocket ship he had here tonight. Here comes Hunter Simpson for 2nd and Tyler Millette 3rd. Come on, Tyler. There he goes. Wow, what a run tonight.
Yes.
Remember, Millette, he got hammered a couple of times out there on the track. He didn't really have anywhere to go, and everybody kind of smashed him up a good little bit.
Yeah. And, well, like you said at the beginning, you would be very surprised if anybody gets out of here without dings and dents and fender benders.
Oh, yeah. Well, P-Mac out there in the chat is going to be pretty happy that Twisted Axle Racing Team at least landed 4th and 5th out there. Clune nailed 10th. Boy, that was close. Yeah, Atwood just got bumped out.
Hey, we're springing for the big bucks. We got fireworks.
Oh, yeah. Let's take a look at those race results there, and you see how many laps some of these guys were down.
Oh.
Yeah, you remember Tony Martin slid and hit the inside wall. Giberson, the Toy Story machine, he came in. I'm not sure what happened to Warman. Dumont and Leclerc, they got hammered up pretty bad there. But some of these guys stuck it out long enough, and they were able to hold on to it. All right, everybody, hold on just a moment. We're going to be right back. Try to see if we can find these drivers out there.
Yeah, no.
everybody, and we have caught up with our third place finisher here, Tyler Mollett. Well, one of the Chevrolets to come in the top three here tonight. Talk to me about this race.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be an all-out dogfight with it being short track racing. We had some good battles out there. Unfortunately, I botched my qualifying lap, but managed to drive it up to the field, and really proud to be able to do that with as little practice as I had.
Yeah, 10 positions gained, so you were definitely back in the 13th area, man. Definitely very, very tough out there. You did kind of get boxed around a little bit out there. What was the toughest part about the track?
Toughest part about the track was car adjustments were not working out the way we wanted. We would start off loose, it would get tight. We just couldn't really predict what it was going to do, so it was just play it by ear and hope it planned out for the best.
All righty, man. We head to Vegas next week. Are you pretty happy about that, getting off the short track?
I found lately I'm really liking the short tracks, but I also love Vegas, so it's 50-50 for me either way.
Oh, man. All right, 50-50. I like that. Vegas gambling, gotcha, bud. Well, hopefully we'll see you be able to kick it, man. You've really been rolling here pretty well. Glad to see you back here with the Doghouse Racing League, putting down some fast times. Tyler Mollett, give me a shout outs here, brother.
Friends, family, my fiance, coworkers that all support us. Shout out to the league, Daniel. Shout out to Jonathan for building the set for me. That it was stellar performance tonight from it. Rogue Energy. Shout out to you all and everybody that tunes in to watch it because we wouldn't have as much fun with this if y'all didn't.
Oh yeah, Tyler Mollett, appreciate you, buddy, and we'll catch you at Vegas.
Yep.
All right, there's Tyler Mollett rotating on to Hunter Simpson, and Hunter Simpson just unable to run him down. Talk to me a little bit about the race here, Hunter. This was an interesting one.
I just didn't have nothing for John this week, man. He's just too good. I try and hang with him, try and run my own race, but he's just not at that type of level yet. It was a fun race. I just try to focus on not making no mistakes. And I hate I got into it with Justin on the backstretch, but I've apologized to him, and I regret it because I could have went up more, but I did lock on the brakes
I
just for a
don't think
second.
you could have missed him.
Yeah, it
Honestly,
was.
go back and take a peek. It wasn't bad. It wasn't horrible.
Yeah, I just hate I got into it with anybody, and I mean, especially Justin. We joke around, but he's a great guy, and he was running real good. So I hate we got together.
Yeah, well, we took a look at the replay there. He was spinning probably to 3 turns before you got into the back of him there. But he was much slower. He was already turning, and I saw you tried to get out of the way, but clipped him. And man, there's nothing you can do about that. There were a few cautions tonight that were the exact same deal, almost on the exact same turn, where turn 2 or the entrance of turn 3 just seemed to eat everybody alive here tonight. What did you find to be the hardest part about this track?
Just lap traffic, just trying to figure out which way everyone's gonna go, and you gotta always learn. How's this person gonna race me? Someone might, take the bottom, someone might take the top, someone might let me go, and it's just you gotta adapt and try and make up as much ground as possible while still battling through all that.
Well, that's what you get at a short track, and I kind of made a joke earlier that I think you would have paid any of those guys to hold, Jonathan Jennings up another 3 seconds for you to reach out and touch him. There were guys high, guys low, and it's just both of you were battling lap traffic out here tonight. But talk to me. We leave short track, head to Vegas. Talk to me. How are we feeling about that mile and a half?
I think we'll do all right. We'll just get a good bit of practice in and work on a really good setup. I trust the guys, and I wouldn't really want no lap car slow up, John. If I'm gonna lose, get second to anybody, it's gonna be him or any one of the other boys because they all work hard, and he puts in a lot of time, and I try and do my best to keep up with him, but I just you know maybe he can be my type of mentor. He can get me to that level one of these days.
Yeah. But in the same respect, you want to make sure everybody's racing their own race. I mean, if they're way, way off pace, absolutely move out of the way. But, man, I wouldn't want to go a lap down. Are you kidding me? All right, Hunter, go ahead and shout-out time, brother.
I need to give all my shout outs to obviously you guys for the broadcast, Daniel for setting up all these races, the league admins, all my teammates, all my personal sponsors. They're not on the car, but they're affiliated with me in real life. So Alabama Enterprise, Simpson Pros Towing, Awesome Design Concepts, Fusion Auto Sales, Adam Looney Foundation. I plan to run that on all my paints from here on out. And autismspeaks.org. That's another great cause to go out and support. And just everybody, I mean, we all put in a lot of work, and I'm proud to get a good result and good points and move into potentially next week.
All righty, Hunter Simpson, congratulations on your second place finish. You definitely try to keep the points race close here deep into this season, man. Hopefully we see you continue on through, and we'll see you at Vegas.
10-4, thank you.
Yep. All righty, that moves us on to Jonathan Jennings, our race winner here tonight, as he did one heck of a job out there, really making the moves and able to put down the times. I'm so impressed to see what he can do. Jonathan Jennings in the 91 Chevrolet, man. What a run here tonight.
Thank you.
Man, all right. So lap traffic definitely a factor here late into the race, but let's talk a little bit about the middle. How were you able to nail these restarts, and were you nervous that the 24 of Justin McMahon might have had your number on a couple of them?
Yeah, the restarts here was a little trickier because as soon as the pace car dives off, the flagman pretty much does the green, so I only had a short box for me to actually start the race. At the high side, at the angle was the best way to go for me to throttle up more, and he gave me a run for my money there on them restarts.
Yeah, it was very tough. How were you able to keep so much control of your machine out there tonight, as we saw so many of these other guys were just slipping and sliding all around the track?
I worked on this one, this North Wilkesboro setup, but I put a lot of time in on getting it to stable up, especially long run. I had toe in it and every tire coming in, but I took it out. The track was super tight at the end of practice, and at the start of the race, but it actually started freeing up there about, I don't know, 75 laps in on. It got better and better, so I'm glad I stuck with what I had.
Yeah, well, it's definitely tough, and we saw a lot of guys bouncing and bumping around and sliding. It was just, you just kind of seemed stuck to the track and remained in third gear tonight. Definitely a good idea. I was telling people that torque multiplication from the engine and transmission would help you actually drive through the turn instead of coasting into it. So excellent job here, Jonathan. But we head to Vegas, dude. So another win this season. Is Vegas going to be another one?
I've struggled there, but I mean, I had a good run last time. I just got to limit my mistakes and try to beat that 12. He's pretty good at the mile and a half. So.
Yeah, he definitely puts it out there. Interesting to see how Andrew St Coeur and his pit strategy here tonight. I wasn't sure. You guys were saying that fuel window may be between 70 and 130. He took it early. You took it much later, really around 112. If you had to redo it, is that the exact pit strategy you'd do again?
Oh yeah, because he just got by me before that caution come out to get one of his lights back. If it would have been a little bit sooner, he would have been stuck a lap or two down, right?
Oh yeah.
I did not want to pit under green. That was my strategy. Just run it till it was out of fuel or a caution come out.
It was sure close there. All right, Jonathan, shout out time.
You guys for the broadcast, Daniel and all the admins for putting these things on every week. My teammates and all the guys that practice with me, they really help a lot. And Adam Looney Foundation that Daniel and his family started, I'm glad to get a car and victory lane for them. And the series sponsor, Shoney's and Rogue Energy.
Oh, yeah. Right. Jonathan, congratulations on your win here at Five Flags Speedway, and we'll see you at Vegas.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right, everybody. That's Jonathan Jennings, our race winner here tonight. 200 laps, and I think he led all but probably 5 or 6 here, as this one kind of boiled down right at the end. But what an excellent job he did here tonight. Stella, this was actually a great race that we saw.
Yes.
There, back and forth. We had guys trying their best to stay alive. We had guys battling. It was really not bad of a race for being a short track.
No, not at all. I mean, it's like you say. I think he led all the laps except when he was in pit getting gas. So, but yeah, it's. I look forward to next week. Las Vegas should be fun.
Oh yeah, well we're definitely gonna be doing some things here at Simtrax Broadcasting. Try to post it out on a few social media posts to get a little more guys out there in the chat. It was really quiet tonight, so hopefully I see you guys return and try to chat it up a little bit. I know short tracks, no, definitely short attention spans, but we move to the cookie cutter of Las Vegas next week. But from all of us at Simtrax Broadcasting, Stella here in the booth, Patrick Morrison here bringing it to you guys live. We'll see all you guys next time. Appreciate it.